So we found this baby bird today, and honestly, it was nearly dead. It was just lying there on these stairs, and it was the only one still alive. Its brothers and sisters hadn't made it, sadly. So this is where we found it, and then this is where we found all of the brothers and sisters. And then we found one here as well. Anyway, we rushed inside and grabbed a flower pot and put a soft t-shirt inside and made a little nest for it to keep it warm. We rushed outside and looked for some worms. Eventually we found 2, and we realised it was really low on energy and it just wasn't doing well. So we got some water and some sugar and then put it together, and that just built up its energy, and then we just went from there, and it ate the worms eventually, but we kind of had to force its mouth open gently because it was just so low on energy and it just didn't have the ability to open its mouth yet. It ate both of the worms really well and they just went straight down. And then here is when we got home, got some worms and then put it under a heat lamp, and we left it through the night like that and tried to feed it some more worms when we got home. And here you can just see it's got no fur, so if we left it out there for any longer it would literally just be dead. And here it's doing really well, opening its mouth, and it's just gained so much more energy than when we found it. It's just crazy to think that we would, if we just left it any longer, it just would have died. We left it throughout the night, and I think it got a bit cold through the night, and when we woke up, we straight away just went to look on it, and like here, it wasn't opening its mouth, so we just had to gently force its mouth open again. But then later in the day, it was just growing stronger and stronger. So we're already 3 days in by now, and we just grew more and more attached to it as we went along. On the 3rd day, we got some baby bird powder for it, and it seemed to enjoy that for quite a long time. And we made this little nest out of tissues, and we got a hot water bottle to keep it warm throughout the night. And just overnight you can see how much more feathers it's gained. Just overnight, that's crazy. So we're now 4 days in, and you can just see here how much more lively it is. And we got this cardboard box and just put it in there for it to roam around. So here we're about to show the fur under its belly. Now that white fur was not there the other day, so you can literally see how fast it grows. So here I'm feeding it. This is still 4 days in, and you can see, look at that, that's crazy. That it just wants more, and it'll tell you when it's finished. And it just goes crazy when there's food around. And it's so clever because when they do a poo, it's in a sack, and when the mother bird comes, that will poo outside of the nest, and since there's a sack, the mum will pick it up and throw it out the nest, so none of the nest gets dirty. So we're 5 days in now, and it just keeps on growing stronger and stronger, and on the back of it you can see the feathers growing, and on the wings and on the head and underneath it. And it's just crazy that we saved this little bird from nearly dying. And it just gets so tame, and it just is amazing to me, how we've saved it from dying to living. Throughout the days, its balance gets stronger and stronger, and you can see here that it is just getting really good. So I think we're 6 days in now, and you can already see it's almost trying to fly. And we're 7 days in now, and look at it now. It's crazy how much it's progressed. Like, if you look at the start of the video compared to it now, it would be crazy to think how much it's grown. So here's my mum, and it like almost crawls in her hair because it thinks it's a nest. And it's already trying to fly by day 7. And you'll just see the progression of it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we're still 7 days in, and here it just loves walking around my chair, and it's grown so much. And here it is, and it'll get so pecky when it's older. So yeah. And here it loves walking around, and I'll turn the volume on so you can hear it just walking around because it's so cute. So we're 8 days in now, and its balance has got really good. And here we're testing to make it fly, and it's been flying really good. And we're just practicing flying. And it does fly, as you can see right now. And that's such a good start. And we've just been practicing and practicing. And now it can literally fly. It's crazy. And it loves being near the window. And here it is, almost flying again. And it flew at me this time, and then landed here. And then it almost looked like I threw it out my hand, but no. And then here it flew onto my head. So that was quite cool. And here we are feeding the bird the baby formula. By now we got some like worms. They're called wax worms, and they're almost maggots, but birds love them apparently, and we have been feeding her those for a long time. Here we got this new bird cage, which looked awesome, and she loves it. And here she is. And she's just so curious about everything. We took her in the garden, and she just loved it there and jumped around. And she just loves life. So we're about almost 14 to 15 days in, and here's just a video of it being perched on that, and it loves it on there. Now here I'm about to drop it, and you can just see the progression of that. Like, it's crazy that it's flying now. Anyway, sadly, we've got to the end of the video, and I will update you when we release it. Okay, bye.